Let's go to high school basketball, sub-regional action. Last night it was the girls. Today the boys take the floor. Chase Robinson was over at Anderson High School. Head coach Schussler Ware hoping his final postseason run with the Bulldogs ends in Birmingham. Tonight the Bulldogs hosting Hayden in their last home game. Right off the missed shot, Daquan Bam Ross with the putback there. And then Bam Ross, he can do it from the inside. He can also do it from the outside. Ross from downtown gets a three-pointer to go. And then some excellent ball movement here by Aniston, inside, out. Eventually they would find more Ross on top of the key. Ross drops it from there. And then later on, Trey Croft would get in the mix from the wing. His three-pointer is good. Aniston, no problem today. They have a huge win at home. They punched their ticket back to the regionals with an 85-44 win. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart hosting TCC in a Northeast Class 1A sub-regional game. I'll spare you the drama. I'll go ahead and let you know Sacred Heart won, and they won big. Kevion Nolan getting into the mix there. Then later in transition, Nolan up ahead to Deontay Wood. Wood will get the basket and the foul. Huge day for the big man. And then more defense to offense off the missed shot. Kevion Nolan up ahead to Kavari Ross. This team, they just find each other wherever they are on the court. They space the floor really well. Kavari Ross with a huge day. There's DJ Heath getting into the mix. And then later on is Kevion Nolan with a beautiful pass to Murdoch Simmons. Simmons lays it in. 108-77 is your final score. So Sacred Heart easily getting back to Pete Matthews Coliseum. Some other winners from today, 16 scores to pass along, so we'll get them to you. Winterboro 70, Faith Christian 57. So Winterboro is headed to Pete Matthews Coliseum. Cedar Bluff is as well with a 10-point win over Skyline. Spring Garden knocked off Paint Rock Valley, also in Class 1A action, 70-55. Moving into Class 2A, Ranburn is packing their bags and playing baseball. Section beats them 64-48. Collinsville, they squeak away with a 2-point win in a very low-scoring game over Randolph County. Nevertheless, they get the win. They're on to the regionals with a 39-37 win. Piedmont is also back in JSU's Pete Matthews Coliseum. You might remember last year, Piedmont got on a run about this time, went all the way to Birmingham and played Madison Academy. They get the win tonight over Glencoe, 79-61. Westbrook Christian, the #1 team in Class 3A, with a 74-68 win over Weaver. In Class 4A, the #1 team, Cherokee County, got all they wanted out of Sacs, but Sacs would fall tonight. Cherokee County pulls away with a 4-point win, 49-45 over the Wildcats. White Plains is headed back to Pete Matthews Coliseum. 74-46 win over Sardis. Some of the teams outside of our coverage area, Childersburg trying to get a punch a ticket into Montgomery. They're in the Central Regional, as is Central Clay County. They're in Class 5A. They're also in the Central as well. Their score has not been reported. In Class 5A, Aniston, no problem, as you saw in the highlights with Hayden, 85-44. So the Bulldogs are back at Pete Matthews Coliseum. Alexandria falls tonight to Mortimer Jordan by 3 points. Alexandria gets the win, 55-52 over Mortimer Jordan. So the Valley Cubs back at Pete Matthews Coliseum. J.O. Johnson, they are the class of 5A basketball. No problem with Etowah tonight, 90-48. And Oxford falls short of a return trip to Pete Matthews Coliseum with a 52-45 loss to Albertville on the road.